Welcome back to the Relius Reviews. Today's review is focused on Dave Season 2, Episode 7, entitled Ad Man. And the official synopsis of Ad Man is Dave and Emma reminisce about their advertising days while battling present-day identity crisis at one of hip-hop's largest showcases. This episode, to me, I thought it was a cool episode, but at the same time, very embarrassing, cringeworthy, and just all out pain for Dave. Here is my episode recap and my episode review. So the episode begins with just a homage of 2016's Double XL freshman list with Lil Yachty, Designer, and Dave giving out their interviews. And Designer and Lil Yachty, they do just fine. But whenever it is Dave's turn to give out the interview, Emma is there recording, Mike is there, Gator is there. Dave just gives out a little bit too much of himself. And it starts off pretty bad. So then it jumps back to 2013, and where we see Dave and Emma at their advertising job just bull crapping around. And it was definitely weird to see Dave without that much facial hair, to say the least. Like, it was a little bit weird in my opinion. But then one of their bosses comes to them about this gig, about this job that they may be up to, about Mountain Dew, about presenting an ad for the drink Mountain Dew. So the two start to figure things out. Dave takes a lot of inspiration from Kanye West's new album that just comes out in 2013. And so we see that Dave having his own segment in the office, just like having a good time listening to the music of Kanye's new album. But then it jumps back to present time, and Dave and the rest of the gang is just hanging out. They're just chatting it up. Dave is just worried about what he's about to say at the cipher list when it's everyone's turn to like battle it out with their own lyrics and everything. So then he doesn't like the music that's being played at the office, at the party or whatever. And so he decides to change the music until Dave East pops out of nowhere and decides to play some of his own music, to say the least, to get the party on popping and everything. So then meanwhile, Emma and Gator, they're just talking about different things, about how Emma wants to start directing more and everything. And so Denzel Curry gets Emma's attention, and Emma possibly gets Denzel Curry's network information, and maybe somewhere down the line she might record some music videos for Denzel Curry. And Gator, he's all too excited for Emma, but Emma isn't not all that excited, but Emma is like, I didn't make no connections. So then a little kid pops up talking to Gator about whatever until the mama comes, and that was kind of a weird segment of his own. So then back in 2013, Emma and Dave are still figuring things out for the Mountain Dew advertisement until their boss says that they don't have to do it no more because two other people came in with the ideas. But Emma is just like, forget about it. Let's still do it regardless. Dave, on the other hand, is just like, why should we even do it? Because people already got it. So then it jumps back to present day. The gang is having dinner. Dave is still worried about what he's going to say at the rap cipher. But then Emma reminds them to not be worried and everything because he's trying to get to be early, which is not allowed. So then it jumps back to 2013 with the Mountain Dew advertisement where Emma and Dave basically crashed the entire interview, and Dave gives out his own rap to Mountain Dew. And he kind of goes overboard, and we start to see how much of I'm not going to say narcissistic Dave is, but just how much attention that he really likes without giving anybody else shine light. And then we see that Emma doesn't like it. So then that's how I guess Lil Dicky became the rapper that he is. It jumps back to 2021, where somehow Emma was able to get the rap beat from DJ Drama, and Dave figures out what he's going to say, and it's the same exact thing that he said in real life in 2016's freshman list. But then whenever it is time to start the rap cipher, the beat decide DJ Drama changes the beat after everyone complains about it, which messes up Dave's idea for what he's going to say. And Dave Veast does a good job, but when it's Dave's turn, he absolutely bombs. Like, it is that horrible. And I had a feeling that it was going to be like that in this episode. Like, in real life, he does good on his freshman list, but in the TV version, he does absolutely awful. And everyone is just in cringeworthiness, embarrassment for Dave. Like, they don't know what to say. And Emma, I don't know if she was smiling or just felt pretty bad for Dave, but his cipher is over. He walks out of there just all embarrassed, feeling bad, just bad. That is how the episode ends. So I definitely did feel back for Dave by the end of the episode, but at the same time, I really didn't, because he knew what he was going into and he should have been more prepared. What I enjoyed about this episode was the fact is that Dave was able to get some of the people that he had in his freshman list to come do this episode. Designer, Lil Yachty, Denzel Curry, Dave East, DJ Drama. Like, it was really nice to see all of them make an appearance and just do the freshman list once again. It was good to see background on how Dave and Emma knew each other and how long they've known each other in that aspect with them working at the advertising job. And I don't know, I think for some reason that Dave and Emma's friendship might have changed in this episode, because we see that Dave has always been somebody who wants all of this attention and everything, but whenever it was his turn to, like, I don't know, give credit or whatever, he never does. Like, I have a feeling that their friendship might have changed in some ways by the end of this episode, and only time will tell what will happen. But that was pretty embarrassing, to say the least, with Dave just absolutely just bombing it at his audition. Like, sad, but at the same time, this might be a rude awakening for Dave, because he's been arrogant throughout the entire season and he doesn't have any new songs. So what's going to happen, only time will tell. But until next time, goodbye.